it's tough.
300,000 users per week right now. What in the world does that feel like?
Well, it's 10 years in, and it's like, okay, we can breathe a little easier because we're profitable and it's a little more fun now, but it still really is day one. We
Yeah.
we when we started this company, we wanted to build something that could touch the mass market, that millions of people could use.
Yes.
And so until we hit a million people using it every week, I'm not going to feel satisfied in a way that we have reached a portion of the mass market.
There's
So
no greed in that. There's wisdom in that. And that's why I'm excited about your answer. Like I can tell, you know what a blessing it is. You're grateful for the time you've put in, but you also know how real entrepreneurship is. And that's a
totally.
big part of what our show stands for, is helping people catch that. Yeah, the visions are wonderful and the journey is important, as well. Like there's more to it than just the numbers. So I'm glad you didn't put your sunglasses on and go stand by some Lamborghini to talk about why, you've made it and how everything else doesn't matter anymore. But talk to me a little bit more about this. So that feeling of you're at 300,000 per week. What if we just compared your feelings from day one and how you would have felt? What would you have felt like then when you thought like, man, if I were at 300,000 users, what would that have felt like if that had happened overnight?
Yeah, so it was very surprising to me how long it did take to get this thing going. I really thought we would be where we're at today in year 2. And
Yep.
so in the early days, it was like a big punch in the stomach when there was no pull from the market. And it was if you build it, they will not come. And what I began to realize and learn the hard way was, man, everything we have poured our passion and soul into building this platform, that was the easy part. The hard part now is the marketing and the distribution and getting it in the hands of people. And so that was like a level of the game that I didn't know that I was going to have to beat. And because I thought the market was just going to pull it out of our hands. And so it was challenging, but at the same time, I had made a decision that no matter what, I was going to work on my best idea. I had built and sold a small business, and I was kind of on my own to work on my best idea from there on. And so that default of, okay, you're going to get out of bed this morning, you're going to go into the office, and you're going to grind on your best idea was kind of like the default mentality that got us through the first 3 or 4 years, which were really tough. And I guess fortunately I'm not terribly creative. I've had one good idea in 10 years. This is it. You should be able to push a button and a lawn mowing service come mow your yard for you, and that's it. And so that's how we got through it. And
Love it.
and so like, in a way, I'm glad it didn't happen super fast, because even though I was a second time founder, I was very much a first time founder all over again. So I kind of needed to slow bake in the crock pot to kind of learn what it meant
Yeah.
to be a tech founder, learned how to build a product and how to get customers to use it. So that just took time, and that was really the universe of the market giving me what I needed. Looking back,
I love that.
and so a lot of times, these things aren't happening to you; they're happening for you. Yeah, and so
Well
that's how it was for me looking back.